Hi Aries, how are we today? Just doing our weekly readings. This week we are just looking at a bit of general what needs to come out, important messages for you, what you need to know about, general life as well as love, okay? Please subscribe to the channel if you're not already. I do really appreciate that. And this week I am using Sacred Spirit reading cards. I also have with me the telepathy oracle cards, the the romance angels love oracle, and the main lenormand deck we're using today. We have the blackbird lenormand. Okay, so getting into it for you, Aries. I do apologize for any coughing or sniffling. My sinus issues are ongoing, so we'll just sort of see how we go with it. Okay, Aries. What does Aries need to know right now? What's going on for our Aries? What does Aries need to know? Ground your light, Aries. Let your soul shine. Okay, so this is all about connecting back to source, grounding yourself and connecting, to that universal, whatever it is that you personally, like to think of it as. It's all about, pulling yourself back from, extending your energy out towards other people and out towards reality. It's all about grounding yourself within yourself, back down into, Mother Earth, as well as, that spiritual connection within yourself, grounding yourself back down into your soul and really connecting with that inner light and using that to really help guide you through whatever's going on in your life at the moment, because we do also see the secret temptation card here. All right, which is all about being led astray. So it does look as though there is something, in your energy that is trying to sort of tempt you away from your own inner light. It's sort of, this energy of, I feel for a lot of you, it's this energy of, reality is just trying to pull you away from your own self and your own soul and that sort of stuff, that spiritual connection with yourself, with God, whatever that is for you. There's something trying to pull you away from that, trying to pull you away from yourself, trying to put you into, oh, this is going on, the everyday life stress kind of thing. I feel that's what that secret temptation card is all about for you here, Aries. It's leading you astray and taking you from that connection within yourself, within your soul, to, be kind of caught in the rat race, the monotony of life, the reality dramas and struggles that we're all sort of facing. But there's this level of, using your own spiritual aspect and light to overcome those difficulties, and those difficulties do seem to be sort of taking control rather than allowing your soul to take control here, Aries. But we will clarify that a little bit for you. Aries, what does Aries need to know right now? What does Aries need to know right now? So it's feeling like a fine kind of balance for you at the moment, Aries. Okay, and what do you want to tell Aries about this secret temptation energy? What does Aries need to know about this secret temptation energy? It's kind of giving me a relatively straightforward kind of message here, and it seems to be very much like advice, and it's all about, regrounding your light and reconnecting to, how strong and powerful you are within your own self here, Aries. We do have the tree coming through for you first, which is the card of, self-healing, self-growth, advancement on that soul spiritual kind of level, learning, using your own wisdom to pull you through, that kind of thing. I've got that followed through here with the rider and then the moon. Okay, so it's kind of like the straightforward kind of message is sort of telling me here that, the healing that you've done and the growth that you've already experienced in this lifetime is bringing forth good news towards you here, Aries, that yes, you do have a good intuition. You can trust your intuition, and that you alone are the one responsible for your own feelings and emotions, that you can control those negative feelings that are trying to sort of lead you astray, drag you into, I'm seeing like, I'm actually seeing like, is it it's out of Labyrinth. I believe it's Labyrinth, and it's like the pit of despair, and it's like the quicksand trying to drag you under kind of energy. And it feels like, some of the negative emotions that you've experienced, based upon, I'm picking up very strongly that there's a lot of negative emotions attached to specific past experiences here, Aries, and it's kind of like those things are trying to drag you down, drag you back under the surface, trying to, it feels like dragging you down into that pit of despair, that pit of depression and anxiety and things like that. Whereas, you've grown past that. You've done the work. You've done a lot of the work in order to overcome those past issues. And it's kind of like you're, there's like two parts of you here at the moment, Aries, where, one part of you is trying to drag you down into that despair, and the other part of you is trying to say, no, you've done the work. You can control that. You don't need to allow that to happen anymore. So I do feel as though the good news on the way for you here, Aries, is that you have done the work necessary to pull yourself back out of that quicksand, to focus yourself back inwards on the positive sides of yourself, of your life, of your spiritual side, and enable that to sort of pull you back out of that pit of despair that's trying to kind of drag you down at the moment. So, I do feel as though there is a lot of negative energy around you at the moment, Aries, that is trying to sort of drag you down and pull you down into that depression and despair energy there, which, it keeps reminding me though that you have the control, because when I've asked about that being led astray energy specifically, we have you here, Aries. This deck has you versus them instead of male and female. So we are seeing centering once again very muchly around yourself. How far you have come, how far you have healed, you being in control of your own self, you being in control of, not just your emotions, positive and negative, but you being in control of your own decisions, your own actions, your own spirit. Okay, your own soul. That it's not these bad experiences in the past that may have affected you. They do not control you. You control you. You are the one that remembers, not like the experience doesn't remember. The experience itself is not forcing itself on you. That is your memory doing that. That is all coming from within you yourself. So it's kind of reminding you that you yourself, you alone, are the one who has the power here, Aries, and kind of don't you forget it kind of energy. You have become very emotionally intimate with yourself, and you have, you are the one who is able to access the most vulnerable parts of yourself, which, yes, they are the parts of yourself that do get sort of tempted to be dragged down into that pit of despair, but you yourself are the one who can overcome that. And, it's kind of letting me know here that with the lily being a very long-term energy, that you have grown enough to make these long-term changes to, not succumb to this negative energy, that you have, really the power within you here, Aries, to drag yourself back out of that pit and get on with it kind of energy, that you have enough passion and driving force behind you to not allow that to rule you when you are the only one that can control you kind of energy, that, you're letting, if you were to fall down into that pit, you're kind of letting something else take control of you here. And if I know Aries, like all the Aries I know, they're very much like, no, nothing's going to control me. The only thing that can control me is me. So, remember that, Aries. That's a really great thing, a really great quality about the Aries sign, is that you do have this drive and passion, and, it comes out in a lot of different ways, but you're very muchly in control of your own fiery nature, which, if you choose, it's kind of like if you choose to use it for your own good, there's nothing that can get in your way. You'll burn it. You'll burn it to the ground, kind of energy. So it's reconnecting to that light, that fire within you, and burning all that negative energy around you to the ground. Not allowing it to control you. Not allowing what you've been through in the past, things that have happened in the past, people that have hurt you in the past. Not allowing that to control you in any way. That you are the one with the power here, Aries, and connecting back to that fire within to burn everything else away from your own control. You are the only one in control. All right here, Aries. So that's kind of what's coming through there, but relatively straightforward. But it's all about regaining your own power and connecting back to your own soul and spirit, and prodding the fire within yourself to really do the right thing by yourself, and not allow all this external negative energy to pressure you or control you in any kind of way. All right, but we'll have a look at what's going on in love and romance. Okay, Aries. What does Aries need to know about love and romance, please? What does Aries need to know about love and romance? Okay, so we're getting basically this first card that's kind of flown on out here is reiterating what we've just spoken about. We have the tree energy. So, we do have that tree energy here, which is, the heart and soul of you yourself, all about that self-growth, the learning that you've done in this lifetime. For some of you, it's kind of like you may have had to sort of break some ancestral stuff, cycles and that sort of thing as well, but it's all about self-growth, self-healing, looking out for yourself, number one here, Aries. And this tree card coming through once again, backing that information up for you here. Tell the tree what you really think. So, going down into yourself and telling yourself the truth of yourself, of you have grown, you have learned, you have healed, you are worthy, all that sort of stuff here, Aries. It's all about, getting down to the root of who you are, and seeing the truth within yourself. And the truth is, that you are in control, and that you have this beautiful light within you, and that you are, you are worthy of this healing and this growth, and taking some self-care as well, looking after yourself. All right. Yes. So for some of you, there may have been a specific answer you were wanting answered when it comes to love. If that's the case, the answer is yes. Trust your intuition. Okay, so when it comes to love and romance, yes, it's going to happen. Yes, you are worthy. Yes, it's on its way. Trust your intuition. Yes, if you're, feeling torn between two directions, getting down into that light within yourself, and trusting your intuition to guide you to what is a yes in your heart, Aries, and really following that guidance within yourself. Okay. Aries, what does Aries need to know in regard to love and romance? What does Aries need to know about love and romance, please? Oh, Aries. This is very interesting energy, because we were just talking heavily about you are the only one that can control you, right? This one is actually let go of control issues. So this is actually more about controlling others. That, yes, you may be drawn down into that, depression kind of thing. You can't control another person, unfortunate as it may be. I'm a Capricorn, so I can be very controlling myself. So I totally get this energy all the time. But it's like the things you can control within love and romance are you, and the way that you approach it, the actions that you take, the behaviors that you have. You can't necessarily control the way that somebody reacts to that. Pardon? Or what somebody does or does not do. It says, allow this situation to unfold naturally. So there is the need to sort of let it go, like not let it go, but let it happen the way that it's supposed to happen. I feel like your intuition is telling you this, this, this. But just remember that you can only control your role in that. That, you can't, if you're sitting there waiting for someone to call you, call them first. You can't control whether that person calls you or not, no matter how much you try to, telepathically tell them to call you. If you want them to call you, call them, or send them a text. Please call me. I want to talk to you. You can control you and your actions, but you can't necessarily control somebody else's reactions or whatnot in those sorts of situations, Aries. Release your ex. The time has come to clear your energy. So for a lot of you, some of those negative things that are affecting you in love as well. It is sort of holding on to the memory of, not necessarily letting go completely of energy from ex. Doesn't necessarily mean it's an actual ex. It's the energy of what's happened in the past, betrayals that have happened, ways that you've felt let down. It's time to release that negative energy and get back to that light within yourself here, Aries. But I'll check with the Lenormand and see if there was anything else wanting to come out for you here. Aries. Anything else Aries needs to know in regard to love and romance? Anything else that Aries needs to know in regard to love and romance, please? I'm sensing here, Aries, just looking at the hidden energy as well and what we've got coming out for you here. Do you feel as though you've already made a wrong decision when it comes to love? Or that you are making a wrong decision? It's kind of showing me that you may have, we do firstly have the crossroads, which usually is a choice or a decision. I do kind of feel that for a lot of you, this has already been made, that you have already made this choice or decision, that you chose to walk this certain path. Pardon me. And it's led you to trouble. We have the whip here, and we do have the child. So there may even be a child in the mix for some of you, but for others of you, it's kind of just showing us that the feeling that a decision that you've made in love, it's kind of just led you to more trouble when it comes to love. And, it's led you to, what you thought was a new beginning, but it's kind of ended up with too much trouble, tension, drama, conflict, to actually be as pure and innocent of a new beginning as you would have hoped it to have been. You do still have a lot of hope with that child energy here. Once again, for some of you, you kind of, I'm getting a straight out message here too, that for somebody chose, you may have chose the wrong direction because you allowed the child to cloud your judgment. I don't know what that exactly means for some of you here, but it's like, it's only one or two of you, I feel, but it's like someone may have made the wrong decision and thought that, like, it's coming through a bit random here. It's like you chose to be with somebody because you felt that, you thought that that was what was going to be the best thing for the child. Or the best thing for your inner child. It may not have been an actual child. It may have been your inner child. You thought that that was going to help heal your inner child, but it's actually, created more tension, more drama within yourself. This particular decision or choice to try to follow that path has actually led to a bit more drama than you thought it was going to. You may have had very high hopes here, but it, I am seeing that it's wanting you to see this message here as well, because at the bottom of the deck we do have, it's a very convoluted kind of message, but we've got the heart, followed by the cloud. So that's where you're sort of having that clouded judgment, more confusion with the choices that are open to you when it comes to love. You've sort of overthought things so much that you've confused yourself, and you've been led astray a little bit with love as well. You may have chosen the wrong direction, or you thought you were choosing the safe direction, but it turned out to just be the wrong direction. Because you thought we have the fox here, so you thought you were being very rational and intelligent and logical about this choice. You thought you were being clever, but it's feeling as though it's not working out for you. Obviously here with the mice coming through as well, that does talk to you've lost this relationship, you've lost a chance at a relationship, or there may be a past relationship that you chose away from. I'm kind of just picking up this energy here, because we do see under that, we do see you still waiting for communication and waiting for change with a past connection. You're wanting that to sort of somehow, come back into, get stirred up, into get conversations stirred up, and reveal the truth of that within yourself here. So I feel as though for some of you, you may have even chose between two connections, and you're now feeling as though you may have chose the wrong direction here. But it's kind of just led you to more drama and more loss, and feeling as though you've lost your chances, and feeling even more confused than where you started. And with that fox coming through as well, I feel as though you were making very logical, rational choices, but once again, we're seeing that comparison here. The logical and the rational, the reality, okay, is leading you astray. It's you need to connect to your light, connect to your heart space, to truly know the truth of where you are with love as well. So I'm just seeing that clashing as well. So, when you have made this choice, and for some of you, this may not have happened yet, okay? So if this hasn't happened yet, keep that in mind when you're making any decisions with love, that, one choice is going to feel very much like the logical, rational choice, and then the other is going to feel like maybe the crazy, irrational choice coming from your heart space. But it's actually telling me that your heart is trying to steer you the way that's going to work out the best for you here. You've grown so much, and yet you're still not connecting to how much you've grown. And so you need to reconnect to your heart space and that light within you, your spiritual side. Follow your intuition, follow your heart. In this situation, when it comes to love, follow your heart is what I'm kind of getting there, Aries, rather than what might be the logical, rational decision, the decision that makes the most sense, that may not actually be the best decision for you. Okay, so that's going to play out in different ways for everyone within the collective, but I hope that resonated for you guys, but you are more than welcome to check your other placements as always, and hopefully I'll see you all again soon.